So it's already on trial part 3? Really?
That's insane. You were pretty close.
Didn't seem like I got to part 3. That's interesting. Oh boy. Alright, is the text and everything good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened. Miss Susato, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. Smoke grenade? It sounds like that sort of thing ninjas use. They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just talking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh!
Why would he lie?
What's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's, what does it say? Antechamber?
Are you asking me? I'm not a lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer either!
A
to
lawyer?
answer questions? I'm not a lawyer. Along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for that, what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Oh, here she goes. According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo.
How you gonna call a grown man Beppo?
He took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pace each. Or pence. That comes to a total of 20 pence, exactly. But now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers. Which means that figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange.
Oh, I'm the bailiff. Counsel
Yeah.
for the defense. Kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you,
I just
officer.
wasn't ready.
We're going straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asking to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. Well, no soon enough, Miss Susato. Yes. Yes.
No! No!
Yes?
No! No! Alright.
Ah, I've seen her around.
I've seen her around. I like her. She's a good character.
She looks cute. There's the
Yeah,
young girl
she's-
next to Mr. McGilded. Look, she must have been the one who caused the disturbance before. Oh, here we go.
Well.
Back at it
There
again.
he is.
In the courtroom.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilden. Manus.
Manus.
Manus. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks. My lord? I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled proceedings earlier. Veiled? Just say it covered up the whole courtroom. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade of the sort typically employed by the army.
My bad.
Good gracious, the army! What in devil's name? Who cares, right? It was an elaborate attempt at a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gathering, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. Your name, girl?
Who's gonna be her?
Her, I guess me, but her way of speaking is a little not something I can do.
Is she Southern?
She's definitely British.
Very British.
She's very British. You'll know. If
Oh,
you know,
I was
you
like
know.
trying to say like a Southern slang on here with the British. I don't know.
Pretty much. You can consider her to be.
Oh, is she kind of like
Very
delinquent? Ish.
Yeah, her. Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which into such pandemonium here in my courtroom? No, what is the meaning of this deplorable behavior? He mad. Get him mad.
Ahem, if I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilden?
I think perhaps I ought to explain to you why it is that the wee lass was here in the first place and why she tried to bolt like that. She's all tied up with the events of last night, so it is. Every time the judges just like close their eyes and just sit there, it looks like they fell asleep.
Sleeping. Very well, Mr. McGilden. Give your testimony.
Always give me a testimony. Oh shoot.
Testify! You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in this case.
Uh-oh.
He's sleeping too.
Just what did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything.
I bet Cosmo would have snipped out the
snarky.
truth.
He would. He's just like, so. He would have already been like, I already have
you have to learn your context clues. This is what obviously happened. Duh, dummy.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, but ooh,
That's definitely something Irish people say.
what is that even? Bugra! A loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where the scream had come from. And bless my
It's a
soul,
euphemism for by God.
what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
It's messing like he in the mafia.
He looks like he's in the mafia, so that's the voice I gave him.
It's fine.
I just can't do, what is it? Irish. I can't do an Irish accent. I can do a Russian.
Wait a
Do
minute.
a British.
Wait a minute. You saying you can't do a Russian accent?
I said
I'm
I
outta here.
can. I can.
I'm out of here.
I literally did last trial. I could do a Russian.
Actually, that wasn't a trial. That was actually an investigation because you were in a courtroom. So, might want to get your lawyer straight before you start saying words.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're the lawyer here, apparently.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm the judge. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from I gather on the night in question,
My bad.
this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
It's exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord. I do love her attire. There's just something about it.
Well, she good. Her hair's cute. Once you get to see her and she's not, like, covering herself.
Yeah, and then she's not
Very
being
well.
quiet.
All shy. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. More than one, I guess.
Wait, we're cross-examining them?
Even though she didn't say a dang thing, I guess we're cross-examining her too.
Okay. Yes, my lord.
Why do I call him my lord? I know. Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. Just giving sarcasm. He looks so lost. I have no idea where to start.
It's gonna sound like a little, like, dying British boy, like a Victorian child.
Oh my god.
Cosmo, will I survive to see the morning light?
Ooh, here we go. I like how I'm pressing him, the person we're supposed to be defending. Like,
right?
What?
Yeah,
What?
like he. Honestly, this is the only time I can remember that you are like actively cross-examining the person you're defending. I've never seen that.
This is I was like, wait, I'm doing this? Huh?
He's also the only defendant that is outright saying this is what happened, and instead of being like, I didn't do it.
He's so
just, like,
chill about everything. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
have to press everything I don't know anything.
Also, Bagora means by God, apparently.
By God.
But, you know.
Garage.
It's like, by God!
And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty and there was no one on the roof deck either. Oh?
That's... I guess that makes sense, because he was already in there by the time the other passenger... I was gonna be like, you're wrong, actually. You were the first passenger,
He was the
as it
first
were.
one, so there was nobody there.
Yeah, so it's him, I assume it was Thrice Baked Mason, and then the other two. Because I remember that they did say,
That's
like,
when
oh,
I took the back seat as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat?
The seat that's in the back of, Naruto.
By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. A loud thud, you say? And a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? 'Twas like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed? Well now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me, I opened my eyes. There wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fella on the floor. What? Wait! That throws everything out of the window. Everybody said they saw him get stabbed by this other person. Now I'm really confused.
Evidently, he was just on the floor.
He woke up, the guy thudded onto the floor. Nobody else was in there. There wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fella on the floor. You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream.
Oh, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume.
Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't all together thinking about the scream. I see the Irish, like I'm trying to... It's bad that I'm thinking of like Sean when he talks. That's literally how it's like it's such a harsh kind of language to do outside like British. It's kind of like a harsh.
Yeah, it's gotta be something you gotta hear before you try to imitate.
Yeah. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. Wait, I sat him up on the seat across from me. Wait.
So he's saying he was on the floor and he sat him up. Maybe that's what they saw. Yeah.
But he said nobody was in there with him. Oh wait. The only people that said they saw anything was the people on the roof, correct? Yeah.
They say they quote-unquote saw the precise moment, but I mean, that was proven to be not.
Just gonna press everything. You sat him up? The victim, you mean? That I did. That's why his gloves probably had the blood on it. He sat him up. But not bloody hands, but he had blood on the one hand, probably when he sat him up. That would make sense. That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I could painfully see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you?
I might. Depends.
'Tis common courtesy, so it is. I love that.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Van Zeke said, I'll leave you dead on the ground.
Ew, I won't touch a
Ara! Lord Van Zeke's!
Ara!
Why would that be? Are are!
Ara!
Are.
You wake to find a man lying dead on your feet in a carriage. Any normal person will halt the cab. Man, not everyone's gonna think a body's gross, okay? This is any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Well, he's different.
He's not upstanding, he's down sitting, okay? Come on.
He just is quiet.
That wasn't funny, actually.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
As you know, I am something of a special line of business.
The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest? Ronchard?
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble.
And yet you're on the freaking defense
star. Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no! I was always intended to report it, so I was. Only I had the mind to find out the whys and wherefores first. The whys and wherefores? Right you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
I guess.
Yes. The scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Excuse me. I just don't... I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is. Huh? What do you mean by that? Well now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Huh?
Good gracious! All this dude says is good gracious and like, come on. Let's give you something else.
Under your backside?
Under my
When
ass.
I lifted the seat. Oh, inside the seat. There was an inside to it. And when I lifted the seat on which I've been sitting, oh! There was the open seat opposite of where the blood was, actually. So what he is saying is true, because we did investigate the omnibus.
Yeah, you were able to open it, and I can't
were.
want to call him Apollo. God, Haruhodo was like, oh, you know, this opens up.
I found there was a wee chubby hole there for storage.
Cubby hole.
I said chubby hole. Cubby hole.
You don't just say that.
Oh, I can't just say that. No.
You can't just say
It's
that.
not a photo. We can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Just that's what we already did.
Of course, the whole bus was submitted as evidence.
Pardon me, Mr.
Should be
McGilda. I gotta go
very
inside the
good time
omnibus
to
for a
have
second.
A thorough look around inside, and that's when I found.
Actually, you know what? You should look inside.
I'm going to look inside, actually. Before I do this last thing.
Yeah, do it before you do this.
I am. Let's get in
I like how
there.
Susato's literally just like, maybe you should look at the omnibus. Nah, kidding.
I'm pretty
I'll have
sure
to be your Susato and say that.
Is he a
Yeah, you're
murderer?
already.
It's horrible. Yeah, I've already read everything we actually. Oh wait, there's blood on the floor. What? That's new. What? Where did this come from? It just appeared. There was no blood on the floor before.
You sure?
No, there wasn't. I would
You're
have said.
positive?
I'm positive there was no blood on that floor. I would have
Okay.
said something about it. Goes back in my other video to look, 'cause I don't know.
No, that's cheating.
Oh yeah, there's top. I meant to hit down here. Hold on. This is storage compartment. There's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is.
Can you put your finger on it?
This was right here before, I swear. That was not there! That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, the bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. Okay, so when I examined it the first time, there was only the blood on the seat, not the floor, but after, McGilda talked about the body being on the floor. The blood's here on the floor now.
I don't know what you're talking about. That bloodstain was always there.
It was not there, I swear! I would have examined it! I never read this dialogue!
Where did you think that? You sure?
Matt Van Seeks has made no mention of it. I suppose that doesn't seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? What is going on in this case? What?
Have a more thorough look, maybe? I think there's something else you haven't noticed either.
There is something else I probably haven't noticed.
I don't know what you're talking about. That blood was always there.
I swear. What else did I not notice?
Well, you could look at it later. Get out of
It's
here.
just like, I don't know.
You'll look at it later. It's not important right now. Get out of here.
I probably won't. Yeah,
Leave!
it's not. It's not important. I swear on me, if you go back in my other video, that blood was not there.
That blood is totally there.
It wasn't. It was not there. You say she was hiding herself. Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball when our eyes met. Well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. You're really overacting this. Still in all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could see a wee chinwag with her. Could have a wee chin. This term. The seat
I see, that
opposite.
makes no sense.
That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. Oh, beautiful, thank you. Thank you,
like they
sat
just
me
sat
next to a dead man.
Child. Yeah, a child next to a dead man. You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, what are you gonna do,
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see.
Yeah, you see, all he says is
While I was in
and
the middle
goodness
of talking
gracious.
with her, I heard another scream. A fella's voice this time. Presumably the scream was Mr. Frost, who was sitting at the
Mr.
roof...
First, not Frost.
First, my bad. Who's sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witnesses did not in fact see you at all, Mr. McGilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact this girl and the late Mr. Mason?
Aye, my lord. It was as I think everyone understands now. Sat at the back of the carriage out of sight.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature. He's a bit of a manlet, but it do be making sense.
Huh, yeah.
And readily confused perhaps with this young girl. Dude looks nothing like.
After that, of course. With the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Oh.
Does he have to keep slamming the gas? Come on!
What?
Thank you. I've heard enough.
Explaining.
Shut. I'm not interested anymore. The events explained are clear in my mind. He's opening his third eye. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl? It's none of your business. Okay.
Her name is Gina Lestrade.
Gina?
Gina, sorry. Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. Earns her crust among large crowds. Relieving. Is this a relieving people of their purses? Ah. What's commonly called a pickpocket. I was just waiting for him to say pickpocket instead of just like everything else. What?
calls you 3 different things before saying it. This girl here? A petty thief? OMG.
Oh my
You know,
God.
if you take his hat off, she is taller than him. That's kind of funny.
She is kind of tall, yeah.
Order, order. Oh my god. Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade will answer the question!
Oh! Sis!
Oh!
She shot the judge!
How dare you? He's like, how dare you? What's the meaning of this?
She don't care. She don't give a— Oh!
See ya. Wouldn't want to be
like
ya.
her. I like her.
The girl, she's gone.
Open your eyes. Oh wait, well.
Oh, she's over there.
I love her.
I love her too. She's a good character. How do you do a Cockney accent? I'll figure it out. I'm over here. Good gracious, how?
What was the point in this little sidestep?
Ryunosuke, you wouldn't get it, okay? I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slide up and got caught on the job. Slipped up, I mean. She got herself backed into a corner so she knifed the gent.
Oh, she is strong British accent.
Go on! Yeah, that's what's in your heads, ain't it?
Oof. No, not at all.
Can somebody translate this?
This is a court of law. Oh, wait a second!
This man got hit with the green. Lovely purple we're having.
Hit with the green.
Lovely purple we're having.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's cute. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do with these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do.
Oh, she's so cool. Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs?
Oh, this? Yeah. This is in a bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheeled drags. Looks familiar. It's nice, ain't it? I like the pink best. Okay.
She likes pink.
I my direction again?
She likes pink, she's valid.
Yeah, she's valid.
Oh.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
So, you good? You admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question?
She's like, so are we gonna get to the meat of the situation?
Can we stop talking about the gun?
Oh, the way she looks over at him! I love her! Tis alright, lass. You can tell them the truth now.
Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. Maybe she won't, please. Yeah? You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. Let's get this done. Alright, if I have to. So I snuck inside the carriage before they locked up the horses, like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out me skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that this wolf found me. He did help me get away, Mom.
Straightforward testimony, okay?
Yeah.
But, like, we still don't know what happened to this man. Yes, he let you go.
I failed to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded. How could you treat poor people like normal people?
'Tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I know that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. Oh, here we go. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration
is called for.
Oh, that wasn't. My bad. Sorry. This is where I was sat that night.
And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume? Yes. It does appear to be just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature. Yes, fine.
Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I parked myself on the seat for the duration. So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question? Nope.
Not at all, my lord. Not at all. Oh.
Nani?
I knew it
He's
was
so
my
good.
heart. I knew in my heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this little fortune.
My goodness!
What a perfect gentleman!
My lord! This fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. Yeah?
Oh, he's changing his
I
vote?
was ashamed to put myself for ever doubting you, sir. Dang, this man said, I'm sorry. He helped this little girl.
Okay.
Dang.
Oh!
Ooh.
With calm, calculated reasoning, who arrives clearly at the truth every time.
What's this knife guy doing?
I don't know what he's
thinking.
Oh!
Ooh, that's a huge not guilty, I mean. It's alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in the leading verdict of not guilty? I bet he's never seen that before, huh? Almost blew his wig off.
Mr. Naruhodo, this... Well, it must mean... It must mean what?
What? So what, huh?
That we're victorious! Ryunosuke's like... What just happened? What?
Yeah, he's just like, I helped this little girl, and everyone was like, he didn't do it. He honestly
didn't do it, he helped the girl. Ryunosuke's like, we still have a dead man in the carriage, nobody's questioning this, hello?
Right? No, like...
What? Are you sure? Oh shit.
Oh!
You did
it!
it!
You did it!
Oh!
There it is!
Sorry, here we go again.
If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy. If you don't like seeing my feet, that's on you.
Oh! The way she jumped back and her hat was off, same. Mr. Van
This really
Zieks.
is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. You didn't like that?
He had to
wonder who did
hike his leg up on there.
I wonder who did the motion capture for that, because they definitely had to hike their leg up like that.
Oh, yes they did. It's beautiful.
Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day.
You know,
like,
who
I don't
should
have
have,
any
you know
emotion.
who should have been able to do this, right?
What if Cosmo couldn't? What if he wasn't that flexible? Man breaks his back trying
no.
He coulda. If he was here, he would have done it. He'd have been like, I can do that.
He throws his leg up higher.
God.
Oh my god. Emotion.
Oh, okay. You're back to normal.
Aw, you took my leg down.
The witness's latest statement gives us clear insight of his true nature.
What do you mean, his true nature?
SMH. Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the police put it, was included in the investigation. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh, he's got the receipts, actually.
The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. What do you mean? OMG, good lord, this is all this judge says. Sick and tired of it. The evidence has been tampered with. What's this guy talking about, huh? In order to corroborate Mr. McGilder's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat.
Wait, there was stuff under the seat.
What do you mean? There was nothing under the seat.
Earlier, though, right? There was some stuff in there.
There's nothing under the seat.
Really?
How could a devious contribute have possibly been affected, Counsel? I don't know. Don't ask me. Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies? Yeah, deficiency, yes?
Deficiencies, yeah.
Yeah, okay, deficiencies of the... Uh-oh. Come on, man! You can't do two in a single sentence.
Constabulary? No, that's not L at the end. Constabulary? Constabulary?
Constabulary, sure. And allowing this to have happened. Two in one sentence. It's obscene. It's obscene, I tell you. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled in the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty.
That's what I was saying! And I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I swear
it was empty!
I swear there was something under there, and there was not blood on the floor. I'm just going crazy at this point.
You're delusional.
I am
the
delusional.
blood was on the floor, there was nothing...
Hey, you remember I'm sniffing that copium now. And now I'm delusional.
There had to have been... There was no blood on the floor. Well, my Nipponese friend? Can you just say Japanese? Like... The carriage is submitted as evidence. Doubtless you examine it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law.
Oh.
Pray, how did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be? You're crazy.
Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear up this in a jiffy. Sorry? Why is it on me? Go ahead, you tell the court now, fella. How this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks.
Desperate? Bottom, but I wouldn't say desperate. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? Do I?
Oh my god, my brain? How am I supposed to answer?
Can we cross-examine the witness?
What can I say about the state of the little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? I didn't look. It was empty. It wasn't empty. Oh my god.
Well, Becky, what do you think?
Oh my god, this trial is giving me a loop. Because...
Answer truthfully.
Because when I first checked it, I swear, there was bags underneath it. And then I checked it again. There is blood in the middle of the floor. And now there is nothing in the compartment. I don't know what's going on. I'm not delusional, I swear.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I just, the slave on slots. I'm just gonna go with it wasn't empty because I swear I remember seeing a bag, but it has been like a few days later. I don't know. I really don't know if I'm getting the answers helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least. Yeah, the thing is, they're gonna make me cross-examine the witness I'm defending and then ask me about what I saw. Also, and it's just like, oh my god. Oh my god.
You're so worried about nothing, honestly. Like, you're literally remembering it wrong.
I remember it wrong, are you sure? I don't know.
There was blood on the floor and the thing was like,
I swear there's no
clear as day.
I
Clear
swear,
as day.
I swear there was no blood on the floor.
Clear as day, man.
No, there wasn't. I didn't read. There's no way I would have just skipped over the. Oh my god. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, brain, stop.
You're gaslighting me, you're gaslighting me.
When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there was a number of articles inside. Yes.
Are you sure, Counsel?
Ara, be with, huh? I don't know.
Sure.
What are you saying now, you daft dog? I thought we were on the side. My side.
You know, Skate, if you get me freaking guilty, I'm not gonna get to have my chicken nuggies. Zeke's just like, hello? Your chicken nuggies. What game are you playing?
You just asked me!
The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, actually. 2017, even. The task is to defend the man in the stand. Uh-oh.
Your task is to defend the man at stand. This is making me laugh. I know that's not me, but just to read it again, it's like, your point is to defend him. You just gave away the. What are you doing?
Do you want to come over here? You want to stand next to me? Like.
There was always nothing in the compartment, and there was always blood on the floor. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. The blood was on the floor, the compartment was empty.
Do you want me to lie in the court of law?
Yeah. I mean,
is that what Cosmo would have wanted? Is that what Cosmo would have wanted?
Cosmo would have seen the blood on the floor and
okay,
let me know, see, this wasn't here. Wait. No. Don't reload.
I'm not going to. Hold on.
Don't reload. You're in the boat now. What?
I'm in the boat now.
What's this position? I don't know. Cosmo wouldn't have lied.
Hold on, I'm misremembering things.
Zeeks, I think I'm getting gaslighted.
For the defense in this trial, I confess that I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clear as honest as possible.
That's cringe, but I get it.
Oh, he kind of liked that one.
He did.
It's not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now,
anyway.
A fella's memory is a curious thing and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts.
Honestly, yeah.
Their cubbyhole under the sea is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is.
He's right.
Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? I like that I kind of messed up here. And he's just like, are you sure you want to take that route? Are you sure you want to step over that line right now? Why,
my lord,
why do you feel
am
like
I getting
that something's not right here?
Come on!
This judge is, like, boring.
I would like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think.
Uh-oh. That compartment is destined to house equipment used to maintain the smooth riding of the carriage. There was something under there.
What do you mean?
The guilds rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times.
Bro, do you think Beppo knows how to like fix his carriage? Why would there be tools question?
Beppo isn't that irresponsible.
What do you mean Beppo's not that irresponsible?
You've literally been downing. Uh-oh.
Wait, stop!
Oh no.
Yamero!
Yamero, I didn't mean to do this! Here I go again. I don't know if I was supposed to do this, honestly.
Don't reload it.
I'm not going to. No.
Just
the
in case you're
money-lending,
thinking.
Lisa and the pickpocket person lying. Uh-oh. They're so quick to just change it.
Right?
Oh, here I go. I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards. A lot of them.
This
What?
guy would have had a verified
Oh, no.
check mark on Twitter.
It's a trick. Of course it's a trick. Oh shit.
And does anyone else want to change their mind?
Uh-oh.
No.
Quite so. I must concur here.
Girl, you just changed your mind. Like,
They were so quick to change their mind, though. I mean, that's on them. What calm, calculated reasoning. One arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different... but every time a different truth, it seems. Van Zeeks,
Oh,
if
you-
you don't...
my lord. Are you so cool? My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. What? What? Yeah, you're looking at it. We all are. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Wholly?
Holy.
Thank you, counsel. I was already aware, but you don't have to tell me. But before we proceed any further, there's the...
being a liar.
Thanks for stating the obvious, and thanks for not doing your job. But before we proceed any further,
sorry.
there's the...
I didn't get like marked for it.
Nope.
I wonder if I answered differently, what would happen?
I mean... I chose the same answer you did, pretty much.
Really?
I did.
Okay, so
I'll
am
just
I
say
not
it.
crazy? There was stuff there though, right?
Girl, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god,
Anyway,
can you like
continue.
stop doing that?
Yes, Becky, there was something in there. Alright, that's all I'll tell you. There was something in there.
That's all
I
I
don't know where it
wanted.
is.
That's all I wanted to know. I don't
Mhm.
care where it is. I'll figure that out. I just wanted to be like, am I crazy? And was that blood on the floor? That blood was not on the floor.
Are you asking me or telling me?
There was no. I'm telling you, for a fact, that blood was not on the floor.
If that's what you think.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
But before we proceed any further, there's the matter of this outstanding
Ami,
cross-examination.
who
So
put
it's-
something in chat?
What?
I don't know if you're looking at the chat or what. Somebody put something in the chat.
Oh. Howdy, partner.
Who is that? Who is
It was
it?
Terumi.
Oh, hey, Terumi!
I thought you meant like another chat. So I'm like,
No,
what is she
I
talking
saw
about?
on my sidebar there was a bubble.
A booble. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? That's how I feel. The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem.
What? Van Zieks didn't do anything.
He didn't
just
do
said,
anything. It was just me being an
He just
idiot.
said like. He just said like, oh, last I remember there was stuff in the cubby, and that was it. And then he drank some wine. People were like, oh my god, I'm convinced. Literally, he's right. Like, he didn't do anything.
He did not do anything.
Man, I'm. Van Zieks.
Zeeks is so funny.
I've seen you naked.
Not on stream, mommy. Please, hold on.
I've seen you naked in the doujin that I read last night. Well, you came at the right time to not get spoiled. Have a good night. Thank you. Becky's gonna solve all the crimes.
All right, goodbye, Terumi. Here we go.
Oh, I don't have to read any of this. I
You
forgot.
don't, it's gonna... Oh, the music ramped up. We're getting into the thick of it. We're getting there. Something's not right. Some kind of carriage. I don't know what to even present to any of this. Do I just press?
Yeah, at this point, you never know what might happen.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times with these games, like if you don't know what to present, if you press, then they'll like change their testimony or something.
That's right. So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Oh right, I got this thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a Joey to make a few bob, eh? That's the real idea, innit?
Can somebody translate this?
What she means is no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants. Can a man not admit that it's a good idea?
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paid passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free.
The red conk of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? Perhaps when I slip into the carriage and get myself in under the seat. Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment. A little equipment for the coach, no? Well, that shut her up real quick, huh?
Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram in a corner somewhere. Well, it never seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Can
you just say it was full of stuff and tools?
Yeah, what? Yeah, hello?
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, look at her portrait. I think she's cute.
I did. Look at her I love her hair. It's so cute.
Yeah.
It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
This man's like, he stops any abrupt moment he can. He's just like, we're done.
Alright, that's it. Bye.
A waste of time. Why is that?
It was a waste of time.
Okay.
No.
Okay, the question I have here, not question, I'm just gonna say this, is why would he get mad at me for saying something, but I'm forced to cross-examine his stuff? You know? Just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just like, you're not mad that I'm cross-examining you, but you're mad that I pointed out something little?
Well, you can put it lightly to say that you're only cross-examining him, but earlier you were asked a very vital question and you answered the way he didn't want to answer.
Right.
Because as far as he knows, there's nothing in that. There's nothing in there. So he's just like, you're supposed to be
She's
defending
got a
me.
God
What are you
permit.
doing? You're lying. God permit? Yeah, she got permit from Gad.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what my kind call it. You could say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you came out of your hiding place and get away?
That's it. Only that night. Miss Cove sat on me from the seat. Sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? Yeah, that's what she just
Said
Been saying? Are you listening or are you falling asleep, Judge?
You were under the heat. He is sleeping. That's what I'm. You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Yeah. Right, mister?
To be sure, I was as shocked as anyone. You didn't expect to lift the cushion we've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. She was stuck the whole time.
Yeah, she's just in there.
Like you said, she was in there.
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jar. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's look at who I'm gonna fit on.
I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other ones, see? So most of the time the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night this here Irishman spent a whole journey over the edge.
I know at some point someone calls him a slur, but I don't know who it is.
And for the reason you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in the carriages, so it's Opson's choice.
I guess we should just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then. I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor.
So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I just had to stick it out of there. Nothing else for it.
Okay. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? She looks a little worried there.
Yeah. Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
When you let out a scream involuntarily?
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes?
No! Or not.
It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not?
Wait, but she heard the thud before that. Fan6, were you listening?
He's grasping for straws, Your Honor.
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
What?
She saw it. I pushed up the cushion in adequate butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? Whatever that means. The Irishman was sitting up the bloke with... Uh-oh, hold on. Was sitting up the bloke what had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite.
Can somebody translate that?
That matches Mr. McGilded's count, of course.
But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me.
What's happening?
I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should have never had risked looking. Anyway.
Alright. And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me on the seat in there.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason?
Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his guts and he was still bleeding. I And the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling on me.
Oh! How awful.
Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog.
That's probably who they saw had blood on their hands.
True,
Both their hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked about Mr. McGilded for a while. Talked with Mr. McGilded for a while, is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to in that. And I heard something up from above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, I would presume. Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. And then the horses were drawn out smartish, and this Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later."
Really strong. All 6 members of the jury have decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among the new testimony, I'm sure we would cling the verdict or
Clench?
Clench. For some reason, I thought clench was with the E. The
Yeah,
verdict
that's
won.
different words.
Got it. Well, I think you're right, and I have the nigga feeling.
Urinosuke, please, you can't say that!
I can't say that! Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Oh,
Urinosuke got his finger on the N key, that's for sure. Have fun pressing a random statement.
a random statement?
You gotta press send again. Just
Oh
repress something.
my
but
God,
you gotta
hold
figure out what it is.
on.
I'm just telling you now before you're looking at evidence being like, what did I do?
I feel like it was this one because she reacted very strongly to it. I'm just gonna go for it. This is the only reaction she kind of like had a different reaction than all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
SMH.
Do you think Van Zeeks is a grower or a shower?
I don't know.
Answer the question or I'm gonna get mad.
Eh. I think he's a shower.
Ah.
Huh. What is this?
All of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." Tee hee hee.
Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? It was so loud again, it actually did spook me. I'm just...
It's because it's so, like, out
He's
of
like,
nowhere.
"Ugh." So that's how he sounds, though. Interesting.
Yeah.
That scared me a bit. Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council?
What are you chuckling about over there,
I'm
huh?
just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps?
He was thinking about this funny
You
Reddit
seem
post
to
he
be
saw last night.
thinking something to yourself. Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrible, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure you... Sure we all? We can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Is that because... Is that because of trauma, or...
Are you good, Ryunosuke? Like,
Ryunosuke,
are we gonna
why are
trauma
you
dump?
scared? Oh my god, if he was scared of the dark, why constantly we can get in the wardrobe?
Maybe Cosmo didn't know. Do you think he would tell him?
Oh, he was scared in the wardrobe, oh no! Writes
The
this
wardrobe
down.
in the trunk.
Writes it down. I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem so much louder as well. Excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah?
That's suspicious!
Suppose it does. Maybe?
Miss Lestrade, did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps?
Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
When did she? I think it's her that calls him a slur. When did she do it, or did they patch
There's
it out?
no need to tell the whole word of me. Foibles. You little scamp.
Hello?
I was trying to figure out the word before. I didn't see you said scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's profoundly important.
Yeah, we
It's
have nothing. You're just
insignificant.
like... It's insignificant, actually. Can I go home, actually? I think I'm done.
I think I'm done, like, Fanzeeks, just take him away, like, oh my god.
Go ahead, just make him... Just say guilty. Oh no, I can't believe it. You got my defendant called guilty. Haha. I guess I have to go back to Japan.
Guess gotta go back to Japan. Huh. It's profoundly important. I'm just gonna go for that because she literally had that look on her face like, yeah, I guess. My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important, but all that she said was that she heard nothing. It's so weird.
Yes, which is profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. There he goes.
I'm not sure I don't understand the inner workings of your Easter. Asian people, am I right? Like,
just say the slur. I'm waiting for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Judge. Vantiques, you can say it too. I don't care.
Go ahead. Does everybody get on this? Huh?
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
You hear like Vantiques frantically opening the wiki article for like racial slurs.
Uh-oh.
Miss Gina Lestrade.
My badge.
Look at this armband.
My armband.
You will supplement your formal testimony by repeating the last statement. Please. What? Supplement? What are you on about?
Uh-oh.
Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move.
Say it out loud, Rinosuke, huh? Well, that's new.
That is new.
I was kidding.
Hold it.
Was going on like you were snoring.
So you were strained to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hid yourself?
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
No, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butt just to see what was what.
Okay.
But then I saw the swell getting on and I had my head down so he didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah, but you Adam and Eve, eh? What a mug!
Look at him.
Oh. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But what would he?
What would he? Not likely.
Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to the market, snoring like an old dog he was.
You didn't like that one.
Tell me about my snoring! Alright, Becky, does that make sense?
Are there any conclusion you can draw from that? I wonder. No, I don't know what the heck's going on. He was sleeping, right? Yeah?
But specifically, what do you think is wrong with it? Because there's something wrong with it. For sure. I'll tell you that right now. But you gotta figure out what it is.
Oh boy. Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
Becky, did you think about it, or you're gonna let the game tell you?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
No, because I'm still wrapping my mind around all this stuff.
Okay. Well, focus on this. What she said was all that she heard was your boy McGilded getting on and falling asleep. That's literally she's saying. That's all she heard. She ain't hear nothing else except for the fact that he got on and he sat down and he fell asleep. She didn't hear anything after that until what's-his-face died. Do you think maybe there's something else you should have heard?
Wouldn't somebody else get into the cabin? Or
Who would have gotten in there?
Yeah, Mr. Mason, correct?
Maybe.
That's
She only heard McGilded getting in, though.
the thing, I don't know.
At odds, are you sure, man? Hello? Why is he saying that?
Man? Absolutely.
I disagree. It seems my learned Ebony's friend is not as dull-witted as I feared.
He's like, I have this all figured out. I was waiting for you to go.
I wish you were dumb, but...
So Van Zieks realized it too.
Counsel. I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very best.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction of the court.
According to Miss Lestrade's list, she was hiding in the omnibus that night. She heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilded snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. Ooh, double slap! There's something else she should have heard.
So you can either show evidence, person, or you can go home.
The only thing I think she would have heard is, like, since he was snoring, that this other man was in the cabin. But she said that, I don't know.
Just remember that she was the first person to get in before everyone was there.
She was.
So what does that tell you?
Then she would have heard everybody else coming in. Getting on, or whatever.
Well then, just present your evidence. Back up your claim.
Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. I'm particularly sad that Miss Lestrade could have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound clearly explaining by the presence of the following person.
I can't believe she didn't notice that Van Zieks was getting on. You can look at her age, by the way. You never look at her age.
Boy.
Just know if you're interested.
17. Okay. Yeah, Van Zieks got on.
It was you.
It was
Me?
you! I was like, it's like I just want to point the obvious out, but sometimes like the obvious is sometimes in this game is not the obvious, you know?
A lot of times what they want is like you have it in your mind, but then you get ahead of yourself and that's not what they're asking. When it's just like, for example, like, oh, you know, where was this person that night? And you'd be like, well, this other person was there. Like, no. We're asking who was that other person actually. It's easy to get ahead of yourself when you like figured it out pretty much.
Yeah.
Thrice fired Mason. I like calling him Thrice Baked Mason. I don't know why. It just feels
Thrice baked.
Thrice Baked Mason. I don't know why.
Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear is that the victim, Mr. Mason, boarded the omnibus!
There it is.
Ah, look at his strong pose over there.
Why are you pointing at me?
Explain your reasoning, counsel.
I mean,
I just said it.
Mr. Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on the board the omnibus, is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
Hehehe.
So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at this time? Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure.
And from what you've heard, the carriage was a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the opening and closing at all?
Nah, I never heard it. What? That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't I? Waiting for the swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Yeah.
Ah!
You know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Mrs. Strahd's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts.
Is he gonna, like, lean over the desk a bit more? Like, hurry up.
Back it up, back it up! Oh, yeah, I thought he was on his tippy toes for a second right there. Yes! Yes!
Let's do it again. I like seeing that. His petty thief statement is clearly flawed. Lord Van Zeeks! Yes. Yes.
You knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. Oh.
This freaking classic Kenjiro Suda laugh. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
Literally, what's so funny? You have demonstrated manners impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. Why would she lie?
Uh-oh.
He's dead right. I can beat the concert not avoid anything. That makes no sense whatsoever.
There's a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. Uh-oh.
She's ready! She's
Damn!
ready!
Oh my god! This is
She didn't even say a word. She's like, he's guilty.
She didn't even say anything! I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she was some rather naughty ways, but I must say, I can't avoid liars.
That neither can I! Is it really that easy? All Van Zeeks has to say, I think she was lying. And like, that's it.
Mr. Foreman!
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some lessons. Hold on. Sal... Salubrious... hold on.
Salubrious ways?
Salubrious ways.
Salubrious ways.
What does that mean?
But I must say...
Yeah, there they go.
I cannot abide liars.
Uh-oh.
Arg.
Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty. Oh boy.
That was me last
How
night.
much is in that bottle, sir?
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing when you feel this right. We're not friends.
We're
Bessie,
not
can you
friends.
explain these pictures I saw of you on the internet last night? To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
Drink it, don't throw it this time. He just drinks it really, 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 like, loudly.
He's thirsty. Yes, very refreshing. That's when Rinos came back.
Oh, yes, what? Oh, what are you playing at? We're getting, who you working for? Use this Eastern Amaden?
John Madden.
This is carnage, it's perfect!
Hello?
I thought it was on her, I thought she was talking, but that's not even her. Juror number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruhodo! The way this is going... I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGillicuddy's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.
And McGillicuddy will never get his chicken nuggies.
Uh-oh.
His good boy tendies.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But... those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Oh. This man is like... He's just swirling his wine! Yes,
You can hear it taking these
the
loud
witness's
sips.
last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case.
The cuts him spitting the wine out. What are you saying? Becky presents.
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean?
Shut up, counsel. I will not tolerate you attempting to. Hold on a second. Why? Why does this keep happening? Prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. But yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage. Put the glass away.
Uh-oh.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed. How do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? Instant teleportation kind of materialized, didn't it? His body ragdolled into the camera can't clip through the side. He like no clipped in there.
No clipped him.
Becky, how do you explain that this carriage was put in the freaking victim was
There's
in
only
the...
one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. I mean, like... He was in there already, there's another entrance, he was put there after he died. What? There's only one entrance. Wait, yeah.
What?
He was already... He was in there already.
Are you?
Huh?
You sure there's only one entrance?
I'm pretty sure. What? Wait, what? Is this the opening though? No, it's not. No? No, it doesn't have a hand. There's a roof, but you can't enter through there. Maybe he was already there, you know, I think he was already there. Which is what... Wait.
Becky.
No! She said there was nobody there, she got in there. That's why she was hiding first.
She was the very first person.
Yeah.
Are you sure there's only one entrance?
I don't... hold on.
You kind of look at the thing itself, or you can look at the diagram.
Oh,
There's
the
two pieces you got.
diagram. Right, I had a diagram.
Diagram lets you look at it, I think, in a better... Where's the diagram?
Yeah, where is
Oh,
the
there is no diagram.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking about something else.
I thought we
Well, look
drew
at
up the
the-
diagram.
Yeah, I thought Ryunosuke drew with his own two eyes. That's not even in there.
Right? Okay. There's a rooftop entrance, right?
Yeah. You looked at it earlier, and Ryunosuke said it doesn't open from the inside.
Okay, so it opens from the outside. Do you climb in here? Huh. Well, well, well. Hmm. If the door wasn't open even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way. It's like, shut up!
Shut up!
Look at
I
him
wonder
under
if this
my-
new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. What were you gonna say?
No, it's like his fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, but behold, the omnibus is here for all to see.
We're getting an inside view.
We're all in there. The whole courtroom is jammed in there. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door, and the other has only windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there's no entrance to the cabin other than the door. That's what you think, baby.
Oh,
Antiques.
slammed his head on the desk. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really? We're gonna yell at each other?
Yes. One other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening. Use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. I like how everybody's just surprised.
They're just on the edge. Alright, Katsu. The defense will identify the location for the court. I don't know where I saw of.
Oh, there it is.
There's the diagram. Why do they keep
don't we
bringing
have
it up?
that as evidence?
I thought it was evidence, honestly, because I saw it earlier. Well, you know, earlier as in last time. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim enter the cabin?
Guys, possibly, look up to the sky. The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight?
Point at him.
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me at a loss for words. However... What
The skylight may as well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Shut up! So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? I don't, actually, but,
Both
you know.
Mr. McGilden and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Did they fall through the top? Oh, who dropped this dead body?
Bye-bye!
Oh no! That's tragic.
Yes, which has already been explained. as the son of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with a dagger. With a dagger.
Dagger. Yes, it is. But, or yes, it had. I think I said. Would a man slip from the seat onto the floor really have that much of a loud noise as the witness described? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact? You know, that is a true point. Like, you thudding from the ground from sitting is not loud enough. But a dead, weighted body hitting the ground? Heck yeah.
Yeah, from a distance.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. He was already dead. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection, that's really weird.
That's preposterous.
It's preposterous. It's cringe. You're now suggesting the victim, you know, fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible.
How could you be so sure?
Because if the victim had fallen inside of the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. Unless...
One of them was the culprit.
Not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. It's so weird.
Well, yes, that's true, but... Oh.
Your Honor, this is the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
Might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellows who sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that this was not such a case of that. Not saying, but... Aye. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. Ooh. What? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you say not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Ooh.
Oh my goodness, surely not.
Those two chaps on the roof?
She's got her
You mean
data.
the one who stuck the knife in the man were... They were in cahoots!
Hold it. Holding. There they are.
Just what exactly are you... I have to voice both of these characters, hold on.
You do.
What exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
He's mad. He's so mad.
You rotter, you said... Wait. You rotter, he said you rotter. What are you insinuating? There is a flaming outrage. I'm a good mind to give you a blink in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I.
Yo,
Mr.
Mr.
Fairplay.
First here with the frickin' violence.
I just, when he backed it up.
You know how it is? You get mad and you start backing it up. We do that all the time.
You're effectively accusing a sitting gentleman and well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter.
Yeah?
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the gut. It's disgrace. It's scandalous. It's... I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right, I protest too. About you, you rotten scoundrel. They're about to fight him!
Yeah, do it. Let's fight.
Oh my god.
Order! This is not the time, witnesses. We can do this outside. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. It's the anteroom now, I decided. Becky, press X.
I know. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know. Oh, here we
My
go.
lord, if I may comment. Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to bend our protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
I mean, technically, yeah, they're the only two people on the roof. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You proposed to the court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. If only somebody could press the X button.
That'd be me.
You don't have to type. The hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
Uh-oh. I know I was rash to put the idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. I mean, they can. What are you wasting time for? Get them to testify! Oh boy. The jury's like, oh boy, here we go.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat for the moment I laid eyes on the fella. The hat?
We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If these filth and rubbish and obvious, we must dispose of it at once. Get them out of here.
Oh, I think my controller's dying. Hold on.
Kill him! Mr. Electric, kill him!
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Testify! Testify!
What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo? The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. Uh-oh.
Mr. Fairplay, Mr. First.
My lord?
You looking around? You'll take the stand again and make another formal testimony.
Oh my god.
In reference to the indictment brought on by the defense. No, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, my lord. Why are they're all looking everywhere. I didn't come here for this.
Let's do giggling.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward.
Press the third statement for an achievement. That's all I can say.
The third? Push it? To the limit?
Yeah, press the... Well, after you can cross-examine, just press the third statement for the achievement, because I don't, you know...
We were the
I never know what you're gonna do.
I want to just press everything, honestly, at this point. I don't really have...
I know sometimes you don't, so I just want...
I don't, but in this whole case, I literally don't have evidence, so I want to... Yeah.
You got evidence.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, depending on what they say. We're the 2 people up on the roof deck. Dead or alive, I can't... I can swear that to that.
Fairplay just says, yeah, I killed him. That's it.
If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one of the other of us would have noticed? In any case, none of us know the first thing about the victim. We have no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. If you were so sure the victim fell to the skylight, where's your proof? Huh.
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it's somewhat hard to imagine.
Oh boy.
It just doesn't make sense. How would either witness would have performed any malevolent act upon this open rooftop deck? Without the other noticing forthwith.
Not if the other were in cahoots. That's right, you see. We're innocent, I tell you. Though logically, of course, the argument fell down if two of you were in collision with one another. What?
Nani?
According to investigations by the Scotland Yard. Pursuits? The two witnesses shared no common dealings. Actually, Van Zeeks, they both wear hats, so...
Yes, you know.
That's already, like, very wicked.
I don't trust coppers more than I trust the stinking rich.
I don't trust coppers more than I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going up in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Please, and thank you,
yes,
por
my lord.
favor.
Por favor.
Per favor.
There we go. You want me to press the third one? I can press it first, honestly.
No, that's first.
Wait, the third one?
I was making a joke, because you said I could press it first, I said that's first. You know, because his name is Lady First. Alright, go ahead, press the third statement.
Yeah. You said the third one?
Yeah, the third one.
Got you.
If I remember right. If not, then whatever. You're still gonna press them all anyway.
You never met Mr. Thrice Fried
Mason.
Mason before? Oh my god, there's like 3 people.
So many people. What's going on over here?
No! Not once ever! Never met that man before, he said never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't need much to do with, brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. You can make a hat for literally anybody.
Yeah, well, apparently, brickmakers don't wear hats, so...
Oh
no, I imagine not.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You see? How many different ways can I put this? Neither of us has... Mr. McGilded?
What are you laughing
counsel?
about?
What can I do for you?
Hey, he's remembering like a funny post he saw on
Did
Reddit.
the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the Romist connection? Is that right now? I wonder.
5G.
What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay, 'tis been too long, see it has. Eh? I have like 3 people on the stand that are me.
Well,
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your payment date? I beg your pardon. We literally brought this up earlier. I don't know why
This
he's
is-
like so surprised.
This is literally 2 years ago.
I... You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscious... Wait, unconscious... Wait, unconscious...
Yep.
What is the word? Unconscious...
I don't know.
I can't say it!
Hold on.
I can't say it for some reason. My brain.
Unconscionable.
Unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Extortion.
I'm sorry. After I read it, I'm like, oh my god, it's extortion. What is it? Begrudgery?
Begrudgery?
Begrudgery? I said it. Well now, it's that a touch of begrudgery, is it? Sort of begrudgery that might motive a fella to pass his crimes off on another? Why is this so funny? And young Mr. First? Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there hat sliding about on your head? Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, but, it just an apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. Heh, the perfect fit it is. Well, 'tis a very distinctive design. So it is.
Uh-oh.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive hat, a touch. Customers, such as Thrice Fried Mason. I like how I'm not doing anything. It's
It's just Megilda.
I love it.
Do you want to come over here, Megilda? I can, you know.
Oh, there's the print, yeah. There's a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence for my lord. Yes. Well, oh, are we gonna look at the hat? I'm just kind of curious about that.
I won't see it if you don't. That's it. It's gonna be a whole bit. Thank you for sex.
Wait, you didn't read that. I was waiting.
I don't need to read it. He's just like, oh,
you get mad at his.
like,
You get mad at his.
keeps moving.
Wait, the hat is kind of like stitched together. I can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
I'm gonna boycott reading the man's dialogue if he says, because I've had enough.
Okay. Oh! That's one of my hats! Why is that so suspicious?
I'm scared.
Aye, that it is, so it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. I thank you, Mr. Gildy, you do my job for me. The
Go
sort
ahead,
of customer
man.
I wager you would have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods? Oh no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's real nothing more to add. It would be right to say that the two fellas here, the Romstis connection to the victim, you see.
Okay. Do you want to come
Thank
up
you.
here?
I rest my
Do you
case.
want my badge? I can give you my armband.
You little weasel. He's better than I am. Gosh, Mr. McGilda has certainly been through in its research, hasn't he? Please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings.
And there's your achievement.
Hunter, I love it!
Yeah, Hunter.
I love that! Oh my god. couldn't possibly open it. Actually, I'm gonna press that because you can't open it from the outside. You can't open it from the inside. You silly. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute!
He's about to come over there.
I'm about to come over there and I'm gonna say it! I'm gonna say it!
Somebody better stop me!
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
He's going to call you an ethnic slur.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. See, it's shut fast now, just like it was that night. So it was, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason would likely break through it. Still at all. What? Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand? Now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the ting means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting your cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it, as it happens.
What happens with that? This was an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was horrible. Wait. Was it really stinky?
I mean, he's talking about, you know.
Ah, yeah. Wait, you're outside already, though.
No, he's talking about another time when he was on an omnibus.
Oh, and now he's talking another time. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as a rouge I did. Bro?
I saw the judge is like, TMI. Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh no, so the point is, skylight would be open. I tried. I.
Gina was like,
I was in the middle of reading, like, hold it. Did you have something to say there, Miss Lestrade?
She just thought it was funny. That's
Miss
all.
Lestrade.
It opens. The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Girl, you don't have to get the... Oh, okay, alright. Okay. Come on, Gina.
Wait, no, don't shoot, don't shoot.
20 years to load that. All the skylights open, dead easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie, I tell you, otherwise, when I broke wind,
You can't do it from inside, you mug.
Oh!
Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drives. They had a great hole. I mean, I had bursts coming out my ears. Mr. Straw, this is not the form to be,
That's a word.
You lie jacing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I looked at the last bloke's burst, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used the skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through.
What?
Nani? Yeah, the catch from skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin.
The skylight opens from the roof deck?
Bailey! Cliff!
What's happening?
I saw it out of nowhere. Climbed up onto the roof of the omnibus at once to verify the witnesses' claims. Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and get him expelled! Well, open it, come on.
I thought Ryunosuke knew this!
Ryunosuke just looked at it, I think.
Oh my god, he's like... he's just like, the top! He came to the top! And I'm just like, it can only be open from the outside because, like, Ryunosuke literally said it can't be open from the inside. And then now
do you
he's
wanna...
so surprised. Oh, my hat!
Do you wanna... Take it out again?
Do I wanna what?
See?
Do I wanna look in there again?
Yeah. After this, though.
Yeah,
because I don't know if they... Frickin'... The omnibus thing is so weird as evidence. There's a weird thing about it that I don't know that they mention it at all until a certain point. Like, I'm telling you this now because I don't want you to be stuck for like 10 minutes looking through the omnibus.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
See? Order! So, it appears that this street girl statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck.
Ryunosuke.
I thought you...
I think he just looked at it but didn't open it. Huh. I could have sworn he acknowledged it.
He looked at the inside. I don't think I looked at the outside. Or, well... he looked at it. He said you can see inside. That's about it. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue that we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Oh boy. Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Well, Ryunosuke was gonna tell you anyways.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta go in and look at that right now! So the skylight was fastened shut before. But now the catch has been done. We should be able to open it. Yep. Okay, now what's going on here? You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in there in closed cabin. So I'm sure the witness would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us.
Hop on in.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Why someone like me?
Girl, hello?
What is it? Look at this! Yeah, there's blood on it. I saw that. I was just, are they gonna, like, see it? That's without a question. It's blood. Yeah. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely. It can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
No, it's just some random blood. Don't worry about it, Ryunosuke. Now it changes. There you go. Frickin', it took me... Listen, you can't comprehend how long it took me to find that bloodstain. Because the issue was, I thought that when you go inside, you could see it, right? From where you are in there. But, and then, you couldn't. So I went up to the, to the top. And you saw the bloodstain from up there, right?
Yeah.
You can't look at it while you're up there, and it was just like, what is happening? Why can't I look at this from up here? So I had to go back in there. I had to try to frickin' get the cursor on the blood stain. It took me too long, maybe 2 minutes of my real time, which it shouldn't have, but it just took too long. I was just like, I got confused. Because then I thought, okay, maybe nobody's gonna talk about this bloodstain until they want me to. But I digress.
I didn't mean to click there.
Nice.
I did not mean to click that. Okay. Wow.
That bloodstain was definitely on the floor, though.
Are you sure?
Always has been.
Maybe I didn't look down. I swear. Okay. Ah, well, I can just present it here. Where's your proof?
My proof is right here. It's gotta be the knife.
Yiddy yiddy. Objection. No, gotta say phrase. Objection. The way he says it.
Objection.
Objection.
Your Honor, this is absurd.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and an irrefutable proof. It remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom?
How?
What else is it gonna be, baby? Come on.
Baby, get it together. Catch
sweet
up.
cheeks. Come on, baby. Catch up. Counsel.
My lord?
I believe everyone will appreciate a little clarification here. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? It was freaking. You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
There I go again. Ah! I did it again!
Yeah.
I hate this.
Sheesh!
Oh! That was a new one. Never heard
By
that one.
Jupiter! Is that? I don't remember that one. Blood?
Blood all
Is
in blood?
that blood?
This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, could not possibly be guilty of this crime. No!
They almost said it. They almost said it. Order!
Oh. But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
Is that true?
And only found its way to one particular spot at the skylight? Sure, that would be very convenient. Let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it, wouldn't I?
You couldn't even reach.
But, there's no way you know for certain, is there? If the gent went falling through the skylight, I mean. Why wouldn't ye have a good look at the floor of the cabin below the two seats, Mr. Frost? It's all too plain, if ye see. It's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height. Right there. So it is? What? No. But it can't be. It's all lies! Oh.
Holding.
Uh-oh.
My fellow jury members. I think we can all agree this is a clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
Here they go again.
So back and forth. Shut up.
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
Sorry, criminal. Bite.
Mm-hmm.
So they... Hold on. Ugh. So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I wouldn't tolerate any of the guild's characters being soiled with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew the nice gent who gave us that delightful park wouldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2... Okay.
Oh!
3...
Oh my god.
Stop! This is pretty weird.
This
Hello?
is an outrage. This is kind of weird.
A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh boy, he's gonna rebuttal. Hold on.
Oh? And what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Amateurish. Such evidence is null and void.
How?
What do you mean? It was there the whole time.
Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Huh?
What do you mean? It's there right now. What are you talking about? Yazix, are you trying to gaslight me?
What are you talking about? If they're for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
It's tomato soup! I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. Did you not look in there? The officers involved went over the carriage of the fine-tooth comb. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Oh, I can say with absolute surety. No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began.
See, I swear somebody put the blood in there too.
What is this guy talking about? He's trying to gaslight you, I don't know.
But
I suggested Lord Van Zeeks that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord. Yes, and while this court was in session.
what? What a Palaver?
I guess.
Palaver?
What a palamute.
I must say, I didn't expect such cool reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks.
I don't like that.
But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fella known all over the capital of his finest contributors to public life. I didn't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of a reaper of the Bailey.
I've seen a lot of twin action from Van Zeeks. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in many great affairs of dubious nature. Do you have the receipts, or you're just talking at your ass? You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt to the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
Why is he warning everyone now? This man waited.
I like how they wait. Him and Cosmo, the same thing. Cosmo did the exact same thing in the first trial. He brought up like facts that were like very crucial to like the trial of me, you know, literally getting accused. He's like, oh, but this happened. I was like, why didn't you bring that up sooner?
Like, Ryunosuke, you're such an amateur. You have to know that you should have known this already. You should have known it already. What do you mean? Kazuma's just like that. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. You can take a sip. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. You should have one of those silly straws in his wine glass. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Lord Vanzeeks, this will not do, to be sure. Will it now, Council? Huh? Oh, no. I think the fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But, if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there had been in the courtroom this entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Council? Don't put this on me again. It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. Except for the
friend.
I mean, stop calling me your friend, buddy.
We're not friends.
I was about to say that, the only time that something could happen was the smoke.
Oh yeah,
everybody kind of scattered. Don't do it.
Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter. In your own words. Some of your thoughts, babe. Kazu would have done the same thing.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during the trial? If you're asking me, I think... Stop!
Well, Becky, what would Kazuma do?
Oh my god, would he lie in the court of law? Would Kazuma want me to lie in the court of law?
Kazuma's ghost is gonna be shaking his head.
Ryunosuke, you state nothing but the facts! The true facts!
No, sir, you don't have the resolve to be a lawyer.
I'm gonna do this again, Ricky's gonna get mad at me.
You're gonna deny poor McGilded from his homemade chicken tendies? His good boy tendies? Like...
I'm gonna... Okay, so I did that last time. I'm not gonna do it again.
Are you sure?
No.
You sure that's what Kazu would have wanted? Becky, do you personally think that this is tampered with? I'm asking
Yes!
you.
I am serious. It is. The stuff is... There was... This is why I was confused going back into the omnibus. I was like, why is there blood on the floor now? And then I was like, why is the stuff missing from the truck? Like, I'm not crazy, what happened here? Literally stuff has been tampered with. But it made me go crazy. And you're just like, fueling it. Because you're just like, the blood was always there. And I was like, but
Becky,
was it?
are you saying I would gaslight you? That's the meanest thing you've ever said to me. That's the meanest thing you've ever said.
Hey! No, I think you're messing with me. Just messing around.
I would never gaslight you, especially not in the Great Ace Attorney Adventures 2017, The Case of the Runaway Room Trial Part 3. I would never gaslight you. Anyways, shoot your shot. I mean, choose what you want. What you believe is correct. Or what is the funniest option? Yeah.
Just, just for purposes. It's totally out of the question. I don't remember.
Here we go.
What would Cosmo want? As a defense lawyer, it is my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. Got really quiet for a second. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggested. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh!
Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel. I swear that's all this judge says. Like, good gracious.
Oh my god.
What is he gonna say? Bless my wig. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Yeah, Ziggs is gonna have the biggest crush on you when this trial is over.
Yeah. I'm sure
my learned Nipponese
someone
boyfriend
still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Bang. Yeah, we remember. It happened about 20 minutes ago. They left all the DQs escaped security. Did I even read that when that happened? I don't remember reading
I don't think so.
I don't remember any of this dialogue.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke, and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal to steal inside the omnibus.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't say that with strong intent.
You're like he was reading a script. Are you wise?
Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, ye rotten feckless gauger? Gogurt? You're supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a wicked plot! 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is! Oh.
Whatever you may think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated early as a result of the smoke grenade. Look at this hat-wearing gentleman behind him. A number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Danzig, are you saying that we got gaslit? I don't believe it. I'm out of here. Inconsistencies? Such as? To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. You're lying. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. He's not talking about the blood on the floor.
I know he's not.
Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord, no doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there something else unusual about the omnibus? What? When?
Well...
Oh my goodness.
Well, Becky, literally, Van Zeeks did not talk about something you have been complaining about on and on since you saw it.
I finally am validated!
Finally!
Finally, I'm not crazy! I was literally going
Becky.
crazy!
I was gaslighting you.
Ah, she was gaslighting me the whole time! Oh my god, so I just was right. I was like, wait a minute. When we first looked back at the omnibus, I'm like, what? Why is there such a large pile of blood on the ground? And then I was like, why is the compartment empty?
When I first played and I saw the blood again, I was just like, wait a minute. Now, am I an idiot or did I miss that?
That's what I was thinking. Oh my god, there we go.
Like, I was like looking around, like, what's going on here? Then the tools, I thought the tools weren't there, and I was like thinking like, okay, well, I obviously just missed
There's
it. Maybe I
one further
imagined it.
inconsistency. Martha surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name are you doing? Are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better stop
Watching.
Don't be mean! Don't be mean! Silence, McGilded.
Hold on, I want to see it. You better. Oh, you better be watching your back. He's gonna kill you.
Yeah, oh my god, that was a death threat.
You did threaten me.
The court awaits the defense's clarification. Let him speak, let him speak.
This trial keeps swinging one way and the other. I have no idea what the truth and what's deception. What I'm supposed to believe here. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. What exactly is Sledge Mark you claimed you appeared at some point during the trial?
Nobody saw it. Like, nobody was like, literally me.
Not even Van Zeke saw it.
I know, that's why I was like, wait, okay, it was there, and then that was like, huh? Ah!
Hey, yeah, let's go!
I did it again! Something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, it's book standard obviously. Yeah, it's Van Zeke said no mention of it. Suppose that means a little strange. Yeah. If you consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord. Like when he fixes his wig, though. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
He's like, oh.
Well said. I guess that was cool. Although, as the advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I'm just trying to be truthful. Like, I don't like telling lies. Cosmo would have hated that. He's probably gonna haunt me.
I believe that the blood stain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether the evidence is genuine, or whether it is a unlawful fabrication by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake.
Oh my goodness! Are you telling me the evidence that appeared on the omnibus out of nowhere is fake? Hold on a second. Are you sure?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh, we mad.
This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis over, I tell you.
So
Or tell
mad.
you. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. 'Tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the facts is that bloodstain is there now. Well, and over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been,
that good-for-nothing Reaper of Bailey has failed to
Good
present
for nothing.
any decisive
Get
evidence
him.
at all. Get him!
He said I was good for nothing. He's so mad.
I scandalized, so I am. I'd thought better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord?
Oh, what did you say? I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. Dang, Van Zeeks. I'm so sorry for this. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much evidence. Van Zeeks just got blown the fuck out. It's over. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Oh, your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position? Reverse cowgirl, I guess? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Oh, Van Zeeks! Very well. In that case, I believe we'll exploit every possible avenue in this matter. I shall proceed to my adjudication. To say a ruling. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
Oh boy. What formality? All things stand at the moment, it would seem, that Mr. McGilvin will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all this unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
My closing statement would be shrugs.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes...
Aw, what do you think?
Aye.
Becky, actually, I don't know. What do you think, actually?
I'm thinking.
Or is there just somebody else?
There's like just no evidence though, and in reality, no evidence, you know, you're done.
But
and then do I think it's right?
Do you think he's innocent or not? Like,
I don't know. He's very shady. This whole thing's been shady. Very shady, and then the stuff disappearing, and then the stuff appearing, and then like we never really got his side of the story. We just kind of jumped in, you know?
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And then everybody's kind of on his side, but also he's kind of behind the scenes man. And like Van Zeek said, you know, he like is kind of, you know, working under the table basically to get what he wants.
Yeah, like he's a loan shark, pretty much.
Yeah. So it's just like he might do all these good things for people to see, but behind the scenes, he a bad man. So we are defending a bad man.
But even though he's a bad man, do you think he committed this murder?
That's the thing. Because that's all it goes down to. They don't even care about what he's been doing. They didn't even care about her being a pickpocket. They're like, oh, she's a thief, but like, oh well.
What are you
We haven't
do?
caught her yet. It's not our problem. I still don't know about this murder.
Just go with your gut. Shoot your shot.
Shoot my shot, huh?
Shoot your shot.
But then it's just like, everybody else is just kind of connected to this Hatter guy. And, it's hard to say.
That's a tough. This trial,
I
man.
told you. I told you. This is a crazy child. Never seen anything like it in my life.
No, never. This is like that decision-based thing that I have a hard time with here.
You just choose whatever you feel like choosing. What would Kazuma do?
Kazuma's just like, this man's shady. Also, like, why would he tamper with evidence if he was supposedly asleep? You know?
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, he should have just left everything alone.
What
But
makes you
then-
think he tampered with the evidence, though? Why do you think he did that?
Because I think he did it. I don't know.
Yeah, just honestly, just go
I
with
really think
what
that
you believe.
in order for somebody to tamper with evidence or anything, even though it may look like you, it's like, oh, why would you? It's because they are guilty. Why would they go out of their way to do that? You know? There's something else that we're not seeing here. This man's gonna be so mad at me. He even threatened me in court. You know what? You guilty.
He did. That was a death threat. I will admit, he did threaten
me in court. You know what? Cosmo's like, he threatened you. You know what that means?
He's trying to kill you.
I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot, in all good conscience, attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man? He's surprised. Uh-oh.
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. That's the thing. There is no innocence here.
Good gracious. Which one are you gonna say? Good
God.
gracious, good golly.
Good
Good gracious me.
Uh-oh. He's about to jump over the freaking witness stand right now. And
He's
like
like
attack.
snarling and trying to, yeah,
gonna
like
attack
a
me,
rabid
actually.
zombie. This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocent into question?
Sir, we don't have any
You seem to-
evidence.
You freaking crazy?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he ain't mad actually. That's a Wario
Lost
laugh.
it.
Wah, ha, ha, ha.
Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer. So it was. A grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Huh. Your job here is done, fella, and some fine work you've done. So ye have... What do you mean? 'Tis just the right honorable gentleman, so
Distinctly.
succinctly put it at 4. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it? Nothing more than a formality. And he's been snickering the whole time. Wah ha ha ha! Oh, he's clapping.
Yeah, good job, Mr.
Woo!
I really don't know what to make of
That's
all
me right
this.
now. I don't. Was the evidence seem genuine or was it fake?
His lordship will be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. She's typing it up.
She sure is. The stinking rich are always guilty for something. Mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted the lovely man who gave us the lovely pie. That's all you go on about. That's all you ever say, woman.
A freaking park. He's sleeping. He just fell asleep. Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way. I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. Nicely done, Mr. McGilvery. Nicely
I
done.
thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
But
One final
we
objection.
still haven't determined if the bloodstain is the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't even know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks? Lord Van Zeeks is like gone. He got his wine out, my lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple.
Oh.
Not his fault.
He doesn't even like that.
If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. Oof. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
It's not his fault! Wait! When we were evacuating from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
He did say that, even though I don't remember reading it. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in that matter.
That's not fair. That's so unfair.
It's unfair. The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to offer proper judgment. There you go. What?
Slimy, greasy businessman gets away with it again.
Welcome to Great Britain, chumps.
Well, Lord
You know
Van
what you do when
Zeeks,
they're
it's
saying
been a
they're all
pleasure,
quiet
so
like?
it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
Yeah. 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you like to pursue this matter further, we can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGilvery.
Good grief. You've more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. I wish you would look at me like that. This is far from over.
Well, something
That's
to be
not
looking
sexy.
forward to then.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Wow!
Not guilty! Yay!
Wow! We did it! But also,
You-
at what cost?
Are you feeling satisfied that you got this innocent man off the hook?
I'm not satisfied with that, actually. I can't believe it! This is an outrage! They should have examined the evidence more. Talking about the man's been cleared.
I wish the little British boy said something. Freaking, Mommy, can we go to the park later?
With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict, and my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. With the defendant being found not guilty, that's a victory for us.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't read the word, it was fading.
You just get freaking booted out.
I did get booted out. Well, how are we feeling on this February 18th, 5th, at 5:14
p.m.
Wow, that's
like 8 hours.
Yep, me too, Ryanosuke.
Sato?
That certainly was a long trial.
Ah,
Yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
Susato, just say the truth.
And to you, Miss Susato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what exactly happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who is actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We didn't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Hey, you did! That you did!
You got the nerve to show your face around here?
Mr. McGill did. Ah, and the girl is with him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks that do be hitting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have been seeing them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
To be fair, yeah.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How do I walk out of there a free man then? I didn't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight talking fella, aren't you? Oh.
Well, that after the accident, yeah, I would say.
I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you young and strong, headstrong. And 'tis water under the bridge.
Are you sure you're not gonna go through with that death threat?
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? They've all seen that I didn't do the odious and obstinate deed? 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out you with any wee details. That. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get it to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have, after all. I do be proving a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Wow! It's not that funny. Like, Ryunosuke is so annoyed. He is so... So then. As we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no. I couldn't possibly accept that much.
But I could.
Ore! Be a whist. Ya humble people are ye? You from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this still in all. You deserve a reward. Uh-oh.
Mr. Magnus McGilded! Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I had led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection?
You're not scamming
They're
her
going
the
to
penis
examine
attack?
the omnibus again, so I'm told. I'd asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing me best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it be. Or so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope ye have a while of a time while ye studying here in Great Britain.
Okay, bye.
And there he goes. A free man.
You still
Oh, I forgot she was here too.
Alright, Gina? Don't move!
Whereas I want to say, get a move on, she really does take forever to load that thing.
Yunosuke, just say it out
Miss-
loud.
Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up,
Sorry?
and I hate all grown-ups. She's like a minor on Twitter. Like, once she turns 18, she's just like,
there you are!
that's the wrong voice.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't
there
know
you
who
are.
was coming!
Naughty, naughty, running off like that.
Is this some kind of panic? Who's this little girl now? Picnic. Who's this little girl now?
And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of experimental smoke bomb grenade launcher.
Huh.
I don't know if that was a.
Oh my god, sis!
Oh, don't you
Girl.
want to play? You won't beat me.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Excuse me? I like Iris just shows up. But who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White and white and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it would at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do you have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I just take my eyes off of it for a moment, with I was changing it into a different omnibus, and
Pinched it. Blech.
and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
Hello? What's it? What? I have no idea what this girl's
that a
talking
hoodoo?
about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to your laboratory.
What? What for?
To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician.
You mean say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult? Huh, I don't listen to no adults.
Come along, then. Follow me.
Fine. Have it your way.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours.
We'll be leaving now, then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
And she never gave her name.
See ya. Never seen see her
She
again. I
was
guess.
a lively one.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, then?
Yes, you're right, but where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London that we've been rushed here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at the late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry, though. I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Yeah, we're just gonna spend the night in the park.
Just outside.
Please tell me that you're not thinking of Mr. McGilda Park. Or McGilda Park. I know it may be a little chilly at the time of the year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
This adventure's gonna end before it
I'm
begins.
not so sure about that. I think midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. No, don't cry! Oh dear,
Oh.
that does sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilda down. They have no money. We're broke. That 1,000
broke?
guinea would have paid for a lovely warm room or a mansion.
Alright.
And so, the trial to determine my worthfulness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead, just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over. Are you kidding me? This is the part 2 of this trial, I swear to God.
Part 2. Ooh,
Huh?
cutscene.
Oh, that. What's burning? It's the chapel. Wait! They just set the evidence on fire!
Okay, it's that guy.
Oh, hey, it's him.
現場検証が始まるまで立ち入り禁止のはずではないか。
Who's in the cabin?
まさか
Well,
中
what are
に
you gonna do?
誰かいるのか。
Hello?
There he is!
Oh my god. He's gonna go, oh my god!
Oh, this got to be. Uka is free? This
Oh,
can't
shit.
be!
It's
He's
Zeke!
looking-
Zeke! He looks so beautiful. Oh my god.
Yeah, Zeke's looking kinda smoking hot, if you know what I mean.
Who is
You know
in
who's
there?
actually
Oh
smoking
my
hot? The
god.
person in the omnibus, actually.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Wait, who is in there though? Oh my god, the plot
If you want to
thickens.
find out who's in there, you'll have to start case 4.
Oh my god. Holy moly, man.
Holy smokes. There's so much happening there at the very end.
I just somebody like the clouded
Zeke's
kokoro.
melancholy staring into the fire like, oh my god.
The clouded heart.
The clouded kokoro.
Kokoro. I shouldn't look.
Hey,
Oh,
go
wait, how
ahead,
many?
look
No,
over there.
no. Wait. Oh, is there only 5? I thought there was like 8 for some reason. I don't know.
I mean, you will get 8 when you go to the second game.
Yeah, I was just like.
As in, like, it's combined 8 cases altogether.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that. Okay. I'm enjoying the game so far. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start it, and then I'll save. Stop.
I think you'll have a good...
時
I can let you know where a good
僕は
stopping
思
point
う
is.
のだよ、ワトソン。ホームズは物憂げに首を振り。
By the way, should I be Shom since
我
you're
々が目に
Iris?
する事件は
Right, I really like
本当に
Iris.
それが
I
全て
have
な
a
のだろ
voice
うか。
for her
Mm.
that I want to
So
I don't know what
外側
voice to
に
give Shom's, but I
誰も
mean...
知るもののない
He sound
物
like
語
he's got the
が隠れ
British
ている
accent,
か
but
も
he's
し
got
れ
like
な
the
い。
suave British. You know, if you think back to like
Sound like
Sherlock
that.
Holmes.
そ
Did
の
you ever
色
watch
水
that
ような
movie?
眼差しの先には
Benedict Cumberbatch? Or Ronnie
雪
that
の
old
日の
dude?
夕刻の情景が浮かんで
The
いたの
other
だ
guy,
と
I believe.
思う。ブライアーロードの歩道に倒れ伏した
Robert
若い女性と
Downey
その背に
Jr.
刺さった
I
教
don't, I'm not British. I
Gasto
don't have a suave
Makari が
voice, and I'm not a man, so that's like, I can't.
奇怪な事件
I
現
do
場
my
の
best.
情景不可解な
Missing
姿な
this
き
entire
犯人の事
exposition.
件は薄い霧の中静かに幕を開けたのだった。
A day later. But we save this for another time because this is gonna get long.
Are you sure? You
I don't
literally
know.
get told who died in the omnibus. I can let you know it's not going to take that long. if you really want to know who it was, then
Okay,
you get
we'll go until we know, alright? And then I'm gonna be like, really?
And did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not at all.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all those gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than the day, even in the middle of the night.
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Bruya, I wasn't trying to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. You know who could have joined us in the freaking...
wasted opportunities.
He had a big bed, and he was lonely. Aw.
Oh yes, it was really the sight of really sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except
when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, the dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops! Sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking.
in a lodging house in Japan, the sum of money would put a roof over my head for a whole year. I didn't try, but I'm afraid I could help my tears when we were presented with the bill.
I really am sorry.
Well, never mind. You must find more affordable lodging. Lodging straight away, though. If you're not careful, our entire
Stimmy.
will be used up in 10 days or less.
London is a scary place.
Oh, good morning to you at this early hour. I don't remember what voice I gave him. Definitely some guy, though.
Oh, yes, well...
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report to the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
He probably has the report, honestly.
Susato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid even in the presence of the opposing Lord Strongheart.
Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Pretty good first trial, forged evidence.
Yes, it was very eye-opening. Thank you.
And is accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart. Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh.
I bet he about forgot about that. No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a full-fledged lawyer. That's what Kazuma wanted on. My country is delighted to welcome a young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. Already.
Okay.
I'd like for you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem.
Another case? Already?
No. Oh, yeah. Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I thought this was Usato, and then I'm like, why is she?
Oh.
I'm sure I don't sense the satisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. Hadn't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared.
It's different over here in the land, over here.
It's different, it's different. We love forged evidence. I read that, by the way.
We got forged evidence.
Okay, okie dokie.
We were here for this. We saw it.
Over failure to finish on a prison temperature damage by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to pre-offer judgment. Well, Fancy, it's been a pleasure, so it has. It's nice for you, my dear fella. I could have asked for a better defense.
That laugh is stuck in my head.
Frickin' that guy, huh?
You like to see my armband?
You want to see it?
I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilder really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo! It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry?
Haven't you heard? Why did he say it like that?
What? Yeah, why did he say it like that? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Oh, here he comes.
Magnus McGilder passed away immediately following the trial. Yo, he's dead, bro.
No!
Like he's...
What? Mr. McGilder is dead?
Yeah.
Oh, no, who killed
the
him?
pigeons.
Oh my god. Well,
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just curious about this death. I don't understand. What happened? How could he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Yes. Yeah, yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilder had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No? How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak, but already... The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred Shelley carriage as that of McGilder.
Well,
Bro,
that's
this
awful.
man... Magnus McGilder, more like Magnus McGrill, am I right? Get him.
Ah!
Keep going. Keep going. The man must have slipped inside while the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. He shouldn't have been in there. I mean...
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Yeah.
What?
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilder had mentioned going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making wax now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They could examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
An inspection of the omnibus? Kind of cringe. Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
But then who was Mr. McGilder talking about?
Never mind that.
Okay.
It's not your business. The Yard is making a thorough investigation.
Okay.
This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Okay.
Poor Mr. McGilded.
Poor Mr. McGilded. See you in hell, Mr. McGilded.
Yikesies. Yikesy.
Yikes.
Alright.
Yikes.
Alright.
Did you want to do the freaking escapade? I've never seen that one in particular. I didn't know if you wanted to do it. I just usually do it when you finish the game.
Right. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
But now you know, you're never gonna know the truth, because he's freaking...
He's dead. Guess who we also didn't know the truth about is freaking White Cosmo, also.
I mean, you're gonna claim McGilded's not dead? I mean, you didn't get to see his body.
He's dead.
That's not it.
I know, I pressed the wrong one.
The Supreme Court?
Wait, what?
I'm just reading it, because I had never seen it.
In Sholmes' suite.
What are we doing in there?
Okay, what's going on here? 26th of February. Okay. Oh, this is further in.
It is, that's interesting. I
I
guess...
you're on the 19th, and this is, like, later on. Here we are again. Every time we visit here, the atmosphere of this place seems to get more and more overbearing. Just think, we could be at home with Mr. Sholmes or Iris. Oh, wait, I can't do this yet. Hold on a second.
Excuse me? That's awkward.
Hey, hold on, I can't do this because, like, that's why I was like, why is this past the day? I can't, hold on, that's spoilers. I can't actually do this.
Oh my god, I can't believe you know Mr. Sholmes and Iris personally.
Oh no, we can have breakfast with them. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, I haven't established anything with them. I never even know her name yet.
You didn't know her name? I told you her name multiple times.
No, I'm talking about in-game, she did not tell us her name. I know her name is Iris.
It's just like, I literally said Iris. That's funny. Why would it do that? Usually after each one, well, I guess you'll have to finish this one in order to actually freaking play that one. It's a good thing they didn't straight up say, hey, this is the conclusion of Case 4.
I was like, oh! Well, I know those two come into play next case, then.
Oh, of course. I mean, you saw Iris last.
Iris, and then I didn't know she knew the other girl. I didn't know Iris was like an inventor. I knew she had like steampunk glasses. Did she invent Sholmes' stuff too?
I believe she invented some of them. Not all of them though. I think most of them were his, but I think she helped with some of his stuff.
Ah.
She's 10 years old, so I don't think she's able to.
Interesting. Alright, well, interesting.
Interesting.